Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of the Magic Show. I'm just kidding, this isn't the Magic Show. And I'm not Evan Irwin, I'm actually Kenji, aka Numa the Nami from the Limited Resources clan, bringing you another Innistrad 8-4 draft. After some prodding from a few of you asking when my next video was going to be up, I decided I guess I could record another. I've been kind of lazy as of late, but hey, why not? We'll record one. Go ahead and jump in the queue here, and we'll get back to you as soon as the draft fires. Alrighty, the draft ski has fired, and opened up a kind of mediocre pack. There are a few standout cards I see right here. The main ones being the Bonds of Faith, Makeshift Mauler, Scab Goliath, and that's about it. I mean, I guess the Village Cannibals and some of the other cards are fine, but not on the power level that either of the other cards are. I think I'm going to go ahead and pick up the Bonds of Faith here. The Scab Goliath is probably a little bit better card, but I like white. So far from what I've done in Innistrad, I've been liking white the most out of anything, and I really like to pair it with black, but white with anything is usually my go-to color option. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up the Bonds of Faith here, and I think that's actually fine. I mean, there's some other white cards in the pack, but they're not, very strong. And if I was to take the Goliath or something, I think the next few picks would have the Bonds of Faith and the Makeshift Mauler anyway. So good to pick up the removal. Alrighty, and this next pack has a Gutter Grime and some other decent cards. White-green is a pretty strong color combination. I mean, you get all the humans, travel preparations, other cards like that, and it's just really synergistic, but I'm not sure if I want to jump in that ship right now. I'm probably going to. I think Gutter Grime is probably the strongest card. It just has so much inevitability, especially since white-green has so many small creatures. I think the other options you could go with are probably the Rolling Temblor, the Lantern Spirit, the Villagers of Estwald, and maybe even with the Moon Heron. But in a nutshell, the Gutter Grime is the strongest card, and it's splashable, and it's worth splashing for. So we're gonna go ahead and pick it up. And taking a look at this next pack, I guess we go with the Hamlet Captain. I think the Hollow Henge Scavenger, it may be a little bit better than the Hamlet Captain, but I mean, this comes down so much earlier, and it pumps all the white-green humans, and there are a ton of those. Other notable cards, I suppose, are the Handwear Watchkeep and the Traveler's Amulet, but yeah, nothing else really. We'll take the Hamlet Captain. Be happy with that. Alrighty, this next pack has a Scab Goliath. Upset seeing that there. I mean, that's a pretty good card. I know it's not, insane, but 6/9, yikes, with tramples. Get a lot of work done. I think the option for us here is the Grizzled Outcast. I don't really like pairing blue with green, but, with white it's fine, but I think we're going to go with the green route a lot more. Yeah, we'll just go with the Grizzled Outcasts. The two best cards are the Goliath and the Outcast, and Outcast is in our color. Ooh, wow. Guess I should have picked up that Scab Goliath, because we have a Civilized Scholar here. Looks like white is drying up, and I think it's probably a good idea to jump ship at this point, or at least start moving away from it. The best cards in the pack are probably the Civilized Scholar, Lumberknot, and the Forbidden Alchemy. And the Alchemy and Lumberknot are very good, but the Scholar, I think, a looter's a looter, and it has that huge upside, so I'm going to go ahead and take that. And from what we've seen, blue looks kind of open. Ooh, we get a 6-pick Dark Thicket Wolf. This card is just so powerful. I mean, it comes down turn 2, and then the next turn, assuming you play a land, they cannot profitably block it unless they have, some sort of trick. This just trades with so much other stuff. It makes combat hell for your opponent, so we'll be glad to pick that up. I guess I'm only really passing up the Spider, but the Spider's just fine. Nothing compared to the Wolf. So, looks like we're going to be green something. Green looks to be the most open. I guess blue is kind of open. We did ship some good blue cards in our first pack, but I don't mind this. I mean, we have a lot of options still open to us. And with green, we can pick up Caravan Vigils and stuff, so it'll make splashing, if necessary, a lot easier. I just realized one of the one of the people that entered the draft disconnected, so it's gonna take a little bit longer here for the picks to go because his timer is gonna have to run out for each one. So that's a little bit unfortunate. I'm gonna go ahead and pause and we'll just cut out the time. All right, we got our next pick here, number 7, and interestingly enough, we have a Mausoleum Guard and a Doom Traveler and some decent red cards. I'm just gonna go ahead and snap up the Mausoleum Guard. It's a very good stall tactic, and getting 2/1/1 white flyers is pretty strong. I mean, they have to have like a claustrophobia or something to actually deal with this. And yeah, well, so we'll go ahead and take the Mausoleum Guard and be quite happy. All right, next pick we got, I guess, a Village Bellringer. I mean, the Intangible Virtue works well with like the Gutter Grime and the Mausoleum Guard, but I think that card is just too hit or miss, and we'd really want to pick it up in like pack 3 after we've solidified like a few Midnight Hauntings or something that we've already gotten. So we'll go ahead and take the Village Bellringers here, see where that leads us. All right, pick number 9. We have a Feeling of Dread, Rally the Peasants, Stony Silence, Naturalize. We have the choice, I guess, between the Rally the Peasants or the Feeling of Dread. And Rally the Peasants is uncommon, so I'm more inclined to take that because we're more likely to get a Feeling of Dread later. That being said, you know, the Feeling of Dread could be easier to splash, but we'll go ahead and take the Rally. I think it's actually an underutilized card, especially in the aggressive decks. I mean, you just lay out a bunch of weenies early, and then you can just get them pretty easily. And this works this works especially well with like all the spirit tokens and whatnot. All right, nothing much here. We'll take the Ranger's Guile. It's the only card we'd really play. Pick a number 11. Nothing much here. Sure, we'll take the Bump of the Night, I guess. I mean, we're not going to play any of the cards, but whatever. Not much to say about these picks. Get a Grave Bramble, I suppose. Moon Mist. Alrighty. We're not going to play the Wraith of Geist, so we're just going to take the Nightbird Clutches. Oh, this really sucks. That disconnected person's making this take forever. Alright, so pack 1 print kind of decently. You know, we picked up some decent white cards and some decent green cards. Nothing on a huge power level that we're really impressed by, but synergy is something to be taken into, and I guess we don't have too much, but hopefully we can get there. I'm not going to play the Grave Bramble, hopefully. Could even splash the Civilized Scholar. Alrighty, pack number 2, and we open a pretty good pack here. The only card we'd really want to take for ourselves is the Midnight Haunting, but there is a Brimstone Volley in the pack. The question is, do we think we would want to splash the Brimstone Volley? And the answer is, always yes, but just how badly do I want it over the Midnight Haunting? Because I like for some reason I just like this card way more than I should. I mean, it is very strong, but like I value it a lot higher than a lot of things. But the Brimstone Volley is just premium removal, and being able to do 5 damage to something with Morbid Trigger is kind of huge. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Brimstone Volley. I don't I don't like splashing too much, but since we're in green, I mean we're more than likely to get like a Caravan Vigil, or if not, a Traveler's Amulet. I'm kind of upset to pass the Midnight Haunting, but Brimstone Volley is just too strong here. Alright, we have a few options in this pack. Super aggro, we could go with the Cloistered Youth. Having a 3/3 attacking on turn 3 is quite strong. There's also the Festerhide Boar, Spider Spawning, and even the Rage Thrower. I mean, red's not out of the question yet. We're not too deep into anywhere. And it'd be an easy splash again. Here I think I'm actually just gonna go with the Festerhide Boar. I think the Cloistered Youth, it's pretty close between the two, but the Festerhide Boar is just so strong in the late game. I mean, if you guys have ever played an M12, this is equivalent to the Gorehorn Minotaurs, if not just even a little bit better. Sad to pass the Cloistered Youth, but it didn't look like white was the widest open color, and Festerhide Boar is in the color that we know we're going to play. So there's that. Alrighty. Now speaking of white cards, I guess that we would play, though, there's the Voiceless Spirit. I think it's probably the right pick for us here. This pack is just very strong. I mean, Unburial Rites, Tribute to Hunger, Voiceless Spirit, Victim of Night, Deranged Assistant, Blazing Torch, the Thraben Sentry, and the Claustrophobia and Markov Patrician. Yeah, this pack is pretty deep. I think instead of the Voiceless Spirit, I might just actually go with the Blazing Torch. Removal's removal, and while the creature's nice, we're going to play this card in any deck regardless. Whereas the Voiceless Spirit is not a for sure thing. So we'll go with the Blazing Torch. That might be the wrong pick, but I went ahead and did it. Here we're just going to snap up the Rebuke. I do want some weenie creatures, and I do want to pick the Doom Travelers and the Elders up, but Rebuke is just premium removal. I mean, it's easier to play around, but so be it. Whoa! Stacked pack here. Pick 5, pack 2. We have Champion of the Parish, Slayer of the Wicked, Bonds of Faith, Avacyn's Pilgrim, and I guess to some extent the Trepanation Blade. We certainly don't have enough humans right now, so the Champion of the Parish is out of the question, but in green-white as we are, you're more than likely to get quite a few humans, and so the Champion would be pretty sweet there. I'm just going to take the Slayer of the Wicked. It acts for a 2-for-1 a lot of the time, and yeah, glad to pick that up. Yikes, another nice pack here. Question is Bonds of Faith or Gallows Warden? And I think the Warden just edges out the Bonds of Faith by a little bit. I mean, the Bonds of Faith is certainly good, but the times where it just sits in your hand staring at a human is kind of awkward. And the Gallows Warden is a nice beater. Also helps turn on like the Mausoleum Guard tokens, giving them some extra toughness. So pack 2 is starting to look pretty good for us. We do still want to pick up a Fixer, so we can play the Brimstone Volley or the Sylvite Scholar a lot easier, but, we still got time for that. Alright, pick 7, I guess we have an Unruly Mob. There's not really much else I'd want to pick up here. I'm not impressed at all with the Woodland Sleuth. I mean, it's an okay card. A 2-3 for 3, or 2-3 for 4 is, mediocre by itself, but it's just so random that I don't think it's that great. We're going to take the Unruly Mob. It's a 2-drop and another human, so there's that. Pack 2, pick 8. We got a little bit of a treat here, the Silver Inlaid Dagger. The One-Eyed Scarecrow is a fine card. It just turns off so many flying creatures and decks that have a lot of flying creatures, but the dagger just pumps up by so much that, with as many weenies as we have, being able to lay out a bunch of guys and then being able to effectively trade with the power boost is pretty nice, so glad to pick one of those up. I guess we take the Delver of Secrets. I guess even potentially the Curse of the Bloody Tome. These are just things I don't want to play against. I mean, we're not going to play any of these cards. And, yeah, I don't want to be milled out, I suppose. Already have one Village Bell Ringers. Not necessarily sure I want another. And another 2-drop aggro creature's fine. Although the Village Bellringer is very good with like the Silver Inlaid Daggers and stuff, having an instant, 1-4 and tap your guys, and then being able to equip it up next turn is pretty sweet. Oh wow, okay, so the Voiceless Spirit Wield, that's, actually this is pick what? Yikes, 11? Yeah, we're gonna easily snap that up and be happy about that. Some more junk cards we're not gonna play. Spare from the Evil, we might actually play that. Paraseline, or whatever, however you pronounce it, is fine against like the sideboard for Mildex and whatnot. Or the Burning Vengeance. But we're going to go ahead and hide all the cards that we're probably not going to play. Still looking for a Fixer for Brimstone Volley, but it's nice that we do have a red card to splash because now that's going to turn the Rally of Peasants flashback, potentially. Overall power level isn't very strong, but hopefully we can get some good stuff in this last pack to remedy that. Nothing here for us except for a Festerhide Boar, and I guess we'll gladly take it up. Passing Claustrophobia, Silent Departure, and some other decent cards, but not in our color, and not too late to splash anything. Spider Spawning's fine, but without being able to cast a flashback consistently, I don't really like it, so we'll take the Boar. Get another Slayer of the Wicked here, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, there's not much to say about that. I mean, I would like to pick up the Villagers, I would like to pick up the Gala Warden, I would like to pick up the Ambush Viper, but Slayer of the Wicked is Slayer of the Wicked. So this last pack is certainly looking up for us. I mean, we've already picked up two solid cards. Make that 3 solid cards. Divine Reckoning is kind of meh. I mean, especially against like token decks and stuff like that, it's kind of awkward. But I mean, we already have an Unruly Mob and stuff, so that combos quite well. And there's not really anything else we'd take over it. I mean, the Elder, the Blazing Torch, and the Smite are all fine cards, but the power level of Divine Reckoning is just a little bit higher than the rest of those, so we'll take it up. Ooh, well, this is actually an option here, because we have the Ulvenwad Mystics, Creeping Renaissance, Shimmering Grotto, Traveler's Amulet, and I guess Spidery Grasp. Like, we'd like to pick up the Amulet of the Grotto just to be able to splash the Brimstone Volley a lot easier, but I think the Mystics are probably the clear pick. If you've never played with Creeping Renaissance, though, this card is very strong. Like, in the decks that just lay out Gaia and attack early, and just, trade, being able to rebuy all your stuff, and it doesn't even have to be a creature, it could be artifacts or something, is pretty sweet. I'm gonna take the Mystics here, but I'm not gonna be too happy about it. Yikes, another Civilized Scholar, huh. Don't really think I need a third Boar, but I don't really need a second Silver Inlaid Dagger either. I guess I'd probably have the Dagger over the Boar. I mean, we're pretty heavy on 4-drops as it is. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Dagger. That's probably the wrong pick, but I'm going to do it. Ooh, well, I guess we got another one anyway. Oh, that's not true. There's a Chapelgeist in this pack. We're going to be really glad to pick that up here. Flyers are really nice, and yeah, we're not too sad passing up these other cards. So it looks like we have 26 playables at the moment. Really need to get that Fixer or something, because that Brimstone Volley is just hanging out. At this point, I'm probably going to cut like the Ranger's Guile, the Spare from Evil, and one other card. Maybe even the Rally the Peasants. I mean, we don't have the really aggressive white cards that we want for Rally the Peasants to be truly effective, so I'm okay hiding that. I guess I take the Fox. Interestingly, we haven't had any travel preparations, and I don't remember seeing any, so I think somebody's definitely picking those up. Or it could just be that, there weren't many in the packs, but that's harder to believe since they are commons. Divine Reckoning, Guttergrime, combo. So here's the plan, guys. I'm just gonna lay out a bunch of Dirtles, including the Unruly Mob, play Guttergrime, and then play Divine Reckoning. Seems pretty good to me. Get a bunch of dudes in the process, pump up our guy. Yeah, it's nice. Nothing here for us. I don't think I'm ever gonna play Ghostly Possession. I guess we'll take the Scourge of Gaia Ridge. Spider Spawning, sure. I think at this point we're probably not going to get any more playables, but we already were at 24, so that's fine. Overall, I'm not too impressed with the deck. Power level has left something to be wanting, but well, we did get a treat, an Ambush Viper. We're certainly going to play that, so that's nice. Oh, and an Elder, huh. I lied. We were going to get some more cards we'd want to play. So that puts us about like 27 playables or something. I mean, we're gonna have to cut some stuff, but so be it. I'd rather cut than try to have to add stuff. Still didn't find the target, or I mean the fixing for the brimstone volley, so I think I actually might just not play the brimstone volley with no fixing. Seems a little bit rough to do. I mean you could. I'd rather have the consistency over the occasional power boost. Especially since we're probably not going to end up playing the Rally the Peasants. So, I mean, the Mountain's only going to be searching for one card. Alright, deck building time. Yep, not going to say much, just going to throw in everything that looks good. And maybe one of the foxes. Bonds of Faith for sure. Double dagger dosage, yep. Keep them coming. You know, we are in white-green. This card could actually gain us a crap ton of life, but obviously not main deckable. Oh, we're already at 21 here. Okay, so we have, what, 3 more playables? So I guess we only have to cut 1 more card, and that's actually really nice. Let's see here. Definitely not cutting any of my top-end stuff. It just looks too powerful. I guess I could cut 1 dagger, but we do have 17 creatures, which is quite a bit, and being able to pump them is pretty substantial. I mean, I guess you could try running 16 land, but that just doesn't seem safe. We have too many 4-drops for me to be able to do that reliably, or at least be able to do that with me feeling confident about our deck. Oh, I've never looked at this tab here. What do these do? Oh. Yeah, what? I don't care. Okay, go back to analysis. So we have an average cost just over 4, or sorry, over 3. Yeah, I'm gonna cut a dagger. Anything I blatantly left out? No. I mean, I would like the Ranger's Guile, but I don't think I can cut anything for it. Spare from Evil. Spare from Evil can be used as a great combat trick, just to, you know, prevent your guys from dying, or being able to alpha strike through a bunch of non-human creatures is actually pretty strong. I've grown to like this card a little bit more, but I don't think I'm going to sideboard in here. I think we're going to run with this 23. Given what our color sort looks like, we're probably going to be running 9 plains and 8 forests, I would assume. We'll see what they say. 10-7. No, I'm not comfortable with that. I mean, the only thing we're worried about hitting with white is our Chapelgeist, but there's just so many other things that we can, you know, do. So I'll go with the 9-8 split. We'll lay it out like that, and we'll see you guys for round number 1.